What's going on, all you cool cats and kittens? Gino B here with Tuesday Night Live, and this week is going to be pretty exciting. It was kind of fun doing the talk about Vance Joy Riptide and the esoteric significance behind it. And yeah, this week actually is no different because I didn't plan this. It just kind of happened to fall on the calendar. So as you know, I go live Tuesday night. And on Thursdays, I will drop an original song. I've been doing an original song every single. No, I'm sorry. I do a song every single week. Original song every third song, and or at least that's what I aim to do. And but every week I do a song. It's a cover song, some type of song, whether it's an original or cover. Every week I've been doing this since last November, and it's been fun. It's been really awesome to kind of be behind the scenes and constantly optimize things. So it's a lot of excitement. But today is a really special treat because on Thursday I am going to release Sleep Tokens Atlantic. This actually was a request from Eli Heinzman a while back, and I was trying to figure out a Sleep Token song to do that wouldn't be too crazy. What's going on, Rebecca Larson on TikTok? I see you there. Um, so yeah, so this week is really exciting because we're gonna talk about Sleep Token. So again, check out my cover of the song Atlantic on Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, um, noon for Central Daylight Time, and 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But this is a really cool song because Sleep Token has a little bit of nostalgia. No, I would say it's more of a kind of a veil of mystery behind them. So I thought people were just messing with me when they first told me about this, but they're like, oh yeah, Sleep Token is just band that's dedicated to the god sleep. And I'm like, what? That just sounds crazy. Like that's just bullshit. Nobody actually, it can't be true, right? And then I researched, and it's actually true. Like that, at least everyone's like, oh, it's just a gimmick. He's just trying to make money, sell stuff to little kids. And I was like, all right, well, I never really looked too far into it until today because I'm releasing the song on Thursday. And what's really cool is so Vessel was his lead singer. We know who he really is now. Um, but he's stated publicly that who he is immaterial and ultimately irrelevant. Basically, he's saying that he's worshiping, what he does is to worship the god Sleep Token, or sleep, right? That's what Sleep Token band is all about, is he worships the god sleep. So essentially, in some public interviews, um, he said that, he mentioned that he serves sleep, that including with Metal Hammer magazine, I believe. Vessel stated, how we got here is irrelevant, and what he says is, we are here to serve sleep and project his message, right? And so the band supposedly Sleep is a deity. Quick shout outs: Diavan Hudson 88, Izizi Wathan, invite Country Hotties. What's up, Country Hottie 5? Red Bunny 1, what's going on TikTok? But in any event, back to the story. So the esoteric message behind Sleep Token is that they serve the deity Sleep. And again, for those of you that are just popping in now, Thursday I'm doing a cover of Sleep Token Atlantic. It's actually the song that I sang live on TikTok not too long ago. But in any event, so what is this all about, right? So I did a little bit of research, and what's really incredible is if you look at their actual image, this isn't just some gimmick. This is actually runes that they're using. There's a really cool article on Reddit by I am Rodique. I haven't corroborated all this information, but I at least I'm going off of the symbols, which you could say is some type of sigil in the actual picture. Christina Korean, what is going on? I'm trying to get all my shoutouts in, but in any event, so if you look up Elder Futhark, that's the old runes, and basically runes are not just symbols. They're symbols for communication from Google here. It's the oldest form of the runic alphabet, consisting of 24. This is Elder Futhark. There's different types of runes, but it's the oldest form of the runic alphabet, consisting of 24 characters used by early Germanic peoples during the migration period from the 2nd to 8th century BC. Again, we're talking about sleep token, guys, and how their symbol, their actual band symbol, are a bunch of runes in basically a sigil formation. And rune casting is actually magic. It's an ancient Germanic and Norse tradition where inscribed the alphabet symbols are casts for divination, spiritual protection, energy, trying to manifest, so forth and so on. But it's really interesting though. So if you check this out, like it's actually pretty clear. So the rune Degas, which kind of looks like an M, I believe. Literally is the esoteric awakening. It's a very auspicious rune. It signals a person's well-being will increase significantly, and life will be filled with joy and happiness. The rune Degas is an excellent sign and harbinger of positive changes, and they can concern not only the material aspect of life, but also spiritual, high, thus, etc. So, literally, the center of the rune is Degas. And that basically means this person's life is going to transform for the better. What kind of better way to use, implement that into your symbol? I mean, could it just all been a ruse? Like, oh, um, what's going on, Giovanna, Barb McDonald, CH? I'm always getting my shout outs out. Stay tuned on Tuesday night. Sylvana Dedan, Tora DePerry, Sarko Road, Sniper. What is going on? Wendy Thomas, Adam Al Shaddaj, Blue Bonnet, Kim Genie, okay, Glenn Dino. Okay, I got my shout outs out. But so in any event though, we're talking here about Sleep Token and their symbol, which is basically a sigil using Elder Futhark runes. Runes are used for magic, for rune casting and whatnot. We're just talking about the first thing was Degas, which is clearly a. Let's see if I can get all the runes here. Yeah, so Elder Futhark runes. Let's see if I can get a bunch of them. Yeah, so if you look at all the runes, you'll see that Degas is the one that looks like the M, right? So one right in the center. And then we go to Tiwaz. This literally means the god or justice sacrifice. According to most runologists, it is with this rune in ancient times that served designate the warrior castes. Other experts believe Tiwaz rune's addition is also a symbol of self-confidence, excellent adaptability to life circumstances, and readiness for self-sacrifice. Literally, all of this gimmick is literally in the rune. So it's very clever of them if it's not magical, or maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe he had up this idea and was like, oh, let me just go into that. Is he into this stuff? I don't know. Did people in a suit that's like, oh, let's consult a runologist and like really hit this home with the sigil and all that stuff? But it's just really interesting. And then we go to Uras, and it's okay. So Tiwaz is kind of looks like a arrow pointing up. You could totally see this in the symbols. I looked, and everything that they said wasn't a stretch. Like all these symbols are clearly in the sigil. Urus, literally esoteric endurance, formation, manifestation. And it kind of looks like a little bit like an N, a little bit, I would say. This energy is in its purest form. No action in the world can be without energy. Human life, health, relationships, professional activities, everything else depends on it. The symbol is considered very powerful energy rune, which literally charges a person. Charges them, makes them incredibly active, striving for progress, etc. And then Iquaz, and it kind of looks like this. It looks like a little well, you just have to look them up. Look them up and check these out. And again, this is coming from the article I saw on Reddit with I'm Rodi, because I never went down this rabbit hole. We're talking about Sleep Token. Again, for those of you that are just checking in here live, I go live every Tuesday night. I'm an artist. I do cover songs. I do original. Thursday, I'm doing Sleep Token Atlantic. We're talking about Sleep Token and the the allure behind their whole idea of being dedicated to sleep, the god sleep, right? And everyone's like, oh, sleep is just a fictional god, it's not real. Well, everything here we're pointing to Norse to Norse mythology, and there actually is a goddess named Nott. I'm not sure if I'm not pronouncing that right, but Nott, little squiggle line over the O. So I don't know if it's Nott or Note, but she is the goddess of sleep. You could check that out a little bit more. Odin is usually tied to every god. Usually, if, and for those of you that aren't too familiar with Norse mythology, so any little subset of different gods, usually Odin is like everybody and everywhere type deal. But Note is a sleep goddess, right? So Iwas, I don't think we went over this, is balancing the process and the restoration of internal balance. Every person has positive and negative traits. This is kind of like the balance of yin and yang. So it's kind of cool to just see all of these runes in the symbol, which is really cool, really clever symbol. I mean, they somewhere online they said it's an S and a T. Maybe it's obvious, but I don't see that. It's clearly runes to me. Again, there's some little extra things sprinkled in there that are part of that. Let's see. Let's get some TikTok shout outs. I love you guys. Thanks for joining in. Yo, I missed a lot of you guys. Oh boy. All right. What's going on? Busy Better, Brandy, Melissa's, Paper Girl. What is going on, Paper Girl? Deandra Dongo. I did say that right. Becky Gatlin, Misty Lee, 83. Um, Queen emoji 3 times. What is going on? Boston Terrier. Those are cute dogs. Zethio. Um, Yemi Rivera. What is going on, Yemi? User 42698429044 and user 120987628. Again, I do shout outs to everybody. I love you guys all. I want you all to feel seen. This is all me and you interacting with each other. It's not, look at me, whatever. This is us talking. I'm interested in music, mythology, magic, mysticism. So here, the shout outs continue. Wayne Weddle, LT, Giovanna, what is going on? Cami Corkies, Jenny's Silly Girl, user 3624582655, Angie Bagadasaria, Sam, Not Today, user 3779027707. Everybody gets a shout out. I love you guys all. Jason DeHart, Becky, JBC, Roma Roy, Grandma. What's going on, Grandma? User 38428875, user 2544895974, Rachel LTX24, Roma Roy. I think I got to the bottom. Heim, Donna 35M1, and Kimmy Genie. What is going on? Dimaraski, Montel Holloman. So again, those are my shout outs. Everybody that came on tonight, I go Tuesday night live. We just kind of talk about the songs, maybe whatever else is going on, but we talk about the songs. And this is an interesting one because this, Sleep Token has a lot of mysticism and lore to it, and it is really interesting. So I would argue that even though it could just be some gimmick, there is a lot to this. Like he's pretty adamant, Vessel, and I forget what his real name is, but he's pretty adamant about sticking to the story. He really is. So for whatever reason, he's not enjoying the spotlight. He really seems to be dedicating himself to this goddess sleep, and he's said that regularly, and it's just pretty interesting. So check out me doing Sleep Token Atlantic on Thursday. I got some really awesome original music coming up. I've been working on mixing this one song. I'm not quite as good as my brother, Greg, the engineer. So I'm just working my ass off and trying to get this to sound good. And so I'm going through the car stage, and then there's still some little tweaks for the first single I'll be releasing called Heavy Heart. But again, thank you all for joining in Tuesday night. Let's see. Can I get, yeah, I always try to get a little OCD with trying to get this. Montello Holloman, bunch of emojis, Dream, Emily Tavares, Blevins Family Raw, Pamela Keeler, No Excuses, Mikey Raw. I got a flash goal. I don't even know what that means. But that's everything, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. Check out Sleep Token Atlantic. It's a song I actually was practicing live for the live original songs where I had you guys choose from 3 original songs which one will be my next single. And the winner was determined. You can still catch that on all my social medias. So peace out. Have a great night. Stay safe. Talk to you later.